We are on our way.
Hello guys, welcome back to the vlog. I hope you all are doing great. Recently, we visited Thailand for our wedding anniversary. Since we planned everything at the last minute, I spent a lot of time watching YouTube videos and searching for the information online. One thing I noticed was that there wasn't much information about booking a private long-tail boat in Phi Phi Islands, especially at a reasonable price. So, in this video, I'll be taking you through my personal top 3 experiences in Phuket, including what turned out to be the highlight of our entire Thailand trip. One thing I would definitely recommend is withdrawing some cash directly at the airport once you arrive. Since the international debit card can work like even the Wise card and the Forex, you can use any of them. For SIM card, I choose AIS, but honestly, any major provider should work fine. Price of the SIM card is same in the airport or if you buy it outside. I recommend you to download Bolt and Grab in your phone, which is used for the taxi and for the food delivery, and also you can have Google Map and Google Translation. Many travelers recommend staying near the Patong beach because it is one of the most popular area in the Phuket. However, since we booked the trip quite late during the New Year season, so we stayed near the Phuket Old Town area instead. Next morning, our cab picked us up from the hotel and took us to the Rasada Pier, one of the main departure point for travelers who are heading to the Phi Phi Island. Before boarding, I would recommend you to grab some breakfast and snacks and drinks at the pier itself. The prices are usually more reasonable compared to in the main Phi Phi Island. Alright, after checking our tickets, we finally boarded our speed boat. Since we are making our way to Phi Phi Island, let me quickly explain you few things that I wish I knew before planning this trip. First of all, Phi Phi Island is not just a single island, it's a group of islands. The main two are the Phi Phi Don and the Phi Phi Leh, being the most famous. Out of these islands, Phi Phi Don is the only permanently inhabited island where people and tourists stay, eat, shop and start their island tour. Most visitors arrive from Phuket to Krabi. First they reach to the Phi Phi Don through Tonsai Pier, basically the main gateway of the island. Honestly, the speedboat was not that comfortable. You can feel the jerk a lot, but since it was saving a lot of time, so we went for that. And also, if you want to save time, then I recommend you go for it. It really helps you to plan your trip and gives you plenty of time. And now it's time for our first destination, the top 3 experiences in the Phuket, the famous private long-tail boat tour in the Phi Phi Island. And one more thing, when you come here in the Phi Phi, to enter inside the Phi Phi, you have to pay nearly 40 bahts for 2 people. Another thing which I want to tell you guys is that if you want to start your long tail boat peacefully the very next day, then what you can also do is you can come to the Phi Phi Island and stay in the Phi Phi Don for one night, and the next day early morning you can start your long tail boat trip as well. Since we don't wanted to go for that option, so we didn't choose it, but yes, there is an option to stay in the Phi Phi, so remember that. So remember that the Tonsai Pier is the first stop where you will come. Either you come from the Phuket or you come from the Krabi. That's where you will land, and from here you take your long tail boat. Either you take it for the group or the private long tail boat. It's up to you. For planning this trip, I used the GetYourGuide app. Personally, I found it very easy to use and booking process was quite straightforward. Initially, I looked at complete package tour that included the transportation from the hotel to all the way to the island and island hopping activities, but the price was much higher in that complete package. So in some cases, the total cost was approaching around $500 for 2 people. So instead, I booked the speedboat transfer and the private long tail boat separately from the same app. This gave me much more flexibility and helped me reduce the overall cost significantly. Another thing which you can also do is like you come here in the Tonsai Pier and then you can directly negotiate with the people who are selling these packages, but I don't want you to have that headache. After arriving on Phi Phi Don, we spent some time exploring the island before we go for our long-tail boat. The island itself was very relaxing. The atmosphere was really good and the weather was really amazing that day. There were a lot of souvenir shops and people were roaming here and there. And finally, we found our captain who guided us to the long-tail boat. Before boarding, we bought some food in the subway, which we found quite reasonable, and we were like walking around and enjoying. As soon as we stepped onto the boat and moved away from the shore, the entire experience started to feel different. Honestly, the sea breeze and the cold air which was blowing at the time, the weather was amazing. It is being said that in Phi Phi the weather changes quite fast, so we were praying for not to have a bad weather. Eventually, it turned out to be really good. And remember one thing, in your private long tail boat package, the guy is going to keep the water bottles and he's going to serve you with the fruits, but the lunch you have to carry by yourself. Our first major stop was Viking Cave. Although visitors cannot enter the cave itself, seeing these huge limestone formation rising directly from the sea was quite impressive. One more piece of information, when you book your package, make sure you know where the tour guide is taking you. The Bamboo Island and the James Bond Island are on the other side of the Maya Bay, so don't get confused. From there, we continued towards Phi Phi Lagoon, and honestly, this was one of my favorite places during the entire trip. The water here was incredibly clear with the beautiful shades of blue and green. One thing I would recommend is bringing swimming shoes or water slippers. In some areas, there are quite a few rocks under the water, and having proper footwear makes the experience much more comfortable. And the next stop was the Maya Bay. The beach was very famous from the movie The Beach. To enter in the Maya Bay, we have to pay 400 baht for per person. This price is only for the foreigners. From the port, there is a long trail to the Maya Bay, and on the way you can find restroom and there is some changing room as well, and you will find also some shops. When we finally reached the beach, we spent some time simply sitting there, enjoying fresh coconut water, watching people around us. The beach is beautiful, the water is crystal clear, and the limestone cliffs surrounding the bay creates a truly unique landscape. One thing many visitors don't know is that swimming inside the Maya Bay is not allowed. This rule is part of the conservation efforts to protect the local marine ecosystem. After spending some relaxing time at Maya Bay, we headed back to the boat. Since our entire boat trip was only for the 4 hours, so we wanted to make the most of every minute and definitely didn't want to miss the snorkeling. तो भाई तो अब हम लोग वापस जा रहे हैं मेन आइलैंड डॉन so good, very good. And just like that, our time in Phi Phi Island came to an end. After an amazing day exploring lagoons, beaches, snorkeling spots, and some of the most beautiful scenery we have ever seen, it was finally time to head back to the Phuket. Back in Phuket, we decided to end the day with a nice dinner at an Italian restaurant near Phuket Old Town. After a long day under the sun, good food and a relaxed evening were exactly what we needed. The next day was quite calm and we wanted to explore the day by ourselves in our own pace. So we rented the scooter. One thing I recommend you, when you come to the Phuket, make sure you make the reservation for the scooter beforehand or you talk to your hotel, they will arrange it for you. Got our scooty. Do you have one more? One more? One,
No,
two. Okay.
two.
Wow, that's a nice color.
อันนี้นะ
There is
Ah.
this
you
problem.
half you return half
One of the reasons why I'm telling you guys to book your scooter in advance is because during the peak season you don't get it during the half of the day. What I mean is, like, let's suppose in the morning you go for a boat ride or doing some any other activity and then you come back to your hotel somewhere in the middle of the day, then the chances are you won't get it because the owners of these scooters, they basically rent it for the entire single day. They don't have an option of renting for the half day. After experiencing the beauty of Phi Phi Island, it was time for the second destination in my top 3 places to visit in Phuket, Surin Beach. And honestly, if you're visiting Phuket with your partner, especially your wife or girlfriend, this is one of the places that I would highly recommend adding in your itinerary. We rented the scooter and then we started riding towards the northern side of Phuket. Our destination place was called the Surin, which has one of the most beautiful beachfront dining experience we came across during the entire trip. After arriving at the property, we parked our scooter near the lobby area. From the area, the staff arranged a golf cart that took us down towards the beach. The atmosphere here was completely different from the crowded tourist spot. Everything felt calm, peaceful, and elegant. The beach stretched out in front of us. The water was crystal clear, and the gentle sound of wave created the perfect background for the evening. People were relaxing by the shore. Some people were swimming. Some people were like sitting on the sand, and you can see some private yachts over there, like right in front of you. As the sun gradually started moving lower in the sky, the entire beach was covered with the beautiful golden light. And sitting there with my wife on our anniversary trip, it's genuinely felt like one of those moments that you remember long after the trip is over. We ordered some food and drink and simply enjoyed the evening. And the food was really good, honestly. I love Thai food and the Thai curry especially, and the flavor of the coconut. If you're planning a honeymoon, an anniversary trip, or even just a romantic evening during your Phuket vacation, I would definitely recommend visiting Surin Beach. And it will be amazing if you book a hotel nearby this beach. I love this beach and it's like a highly recommended place. For us, this wasn't just another stop on the itinerary, it became one of our favorite memories from the entire Thailand trip. And finally, it's time for the third destination in my top 3 places to visit in Phuket. It's called Doo Bua Cafe. If you're traveling with your partner, I would definitely recommend adding this place to your itinerary. And trust me, don't forget to bring some nice outfits because this place is made for the photos. The cafe is surrounded by beautiful giant lily ponds, tropical greenery, and very relaxing atmosphere. We arrived around 10:30 in the morning thinking we are early, but there were already quite a few people ahead of us. Our boat shoot slot was only available at 1 p.m. So if you are planning to do the iconic boat shoot, I recommend you to arrive as much as early possible. And speaking of photos, let me show you some of our favorites. With that, our Phuket adventure comes to the end. I hope you like this video and it will help you to plan your Phuket vacation and especially in helping you to book your long tail boat. If you find this video helpful, please do consider hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us to support the channel and motivate us to create more such videos. And with this, I will say goodbye. Please enjoy this music.
The island itself has a varied atmosphere. They are from all over the world, simply enjoying their vacation. The weather on the day I visit was sun was shining, and that is exactly the kind of weather you hope for when visiting a tropical island. Since we still had some moment when we arrived, we could already understand why so many people fall in love with this shit. The weather on the day of our visit was absolutely perfect. We grabbed some food, so walked around the island and simply enjoyed the surroundings. One thing that immediately caught my attention was the number of long-tail boats. They were waiting near the shore, some were returning from tours, and the dramatic cliffs surrounding us made it a completely different world. Honestly, this was the moment when the real Thailand island experience began. Our first major stop was Viking Caves, surrounded by towering cliffs on all sides. The Lagori from the sea was quite impressive. From there, we continued towards Phi Lagoon after spending some relaxing time at Maya Boat, Conra Dua. Maya Bay is probably in photos the most famous location in the entire Phi region. One of the main cliffs surrounding the rust, the entrance fee was 8 baht 200 baht.